Welcome back to our Winterfest, Buildfest fest. As you can see, we're still kind of in the merchant quarters. We're next to that little market stall lot that I built. We're by the spice market and that little house, sparse market. And today we are building a restaurant. I realized while playing through Edirann that there's not really anywhere for Sims to go eat, and especially when you have pleasure Sims, they tend to throw tantrums about that. That's what they want to do. So that was part of my focus in building all these lots, is making sure that I had these locations for my pleasure Sims so they would stop it. And also it's just nice to have a restaurant. I call it a merchant restaurant, but like obviously any class can technically eat here. It's just a bit more upper class than like maybe some of the peasants would be able to afford, but maybe they'd splurge. I can't think of an equivalent. Right now, I have a song stuck in my head, so the only restaurant that exists to me is Applebee's, but like, obviously not an Applebee's. I'm in a silly mood today. I'm really excited. It's the inaugural, I don't know. We're playing in my game room for the first time since I made it over and made it an actual game room, and I'm really kind of just bubbly and all over the place because I'm excited. Even though it's not done, I'm still excited. Because it's going to be so nice to play in a space specifically designed to do the thing that I love to do. And the wallpaper delivery was late, so I didn't really put that up, which meant that I didn't put all the shelving up because I don't want to have to take it right back down, but I did put up the main shelving because I can partially take that down. I don't have to fully take it down. And also I had 7 mandolins everywhere, so like I did need to put that up before those got broken. But it's getting there. I've picked out trim. I think that I've picked out the like wainscoting situation, but I'm still thinking, and I'm still coming up with a couple other things that I might change or rearrange. But it's coming together. It's coming up Millhouse, and I'm so excited. Although I don't think this year that I'm going to end up putting up my tree, because at this point, I'm doing this voiceover on the 19th, so like, do we really need to put the tree up at this point? I meant to, but like, the area I was going to go in has basically been under construction, so I really couldn't put it there. And the place that I went last year now is instrument storage, so it couldn't go there, and it didn't happen. I still put up my garland and lights and all of that. It's just, there's not a tree. But I think one of my players made Christmas cookies, so that'll be fun, and I'll dress up, and it's just a fun time. It's a fun time. I'm really excited that I got this group together and that I'm gonna have 2 more groups. So I'm basically gonna get to play every week, hopefully. Also, we are dealing with some pink soup issues. Just ignore it. I think I end up reloading at one point just to kind of get it to be nice. But yeah, ignore it. This is what I do. I know people are like, what do you do when there's soup? I'm like, I ignore it. I am the queen of ignoring things. Like, if this was just me playing, I would have continued and I wouldn't have reloaded. Like, I'm a bit of a monster. I don't know if it's just like the mindset of the pink soup can't defeat me and it can't win, but like, that's kind of the mindset. And if I reloaded every time this happened, like, I'd never get a play. So, for me, having as much CC as I do is important for the aesthetics, and it's, like, worth it if this happens sometimes. So now I'm just kind of randomly throwing things down for the layout. I always have a hard time with restaurant layouts, which is kind of funny, considering I worked in restaurants for so long, but just, like, it is hard to be the one setting it up in, like, Simland. And I wanted there to be a ton of seating here. I wanted indoor and outdoor. That second building's going to be the kitchen, because medieval kitchens often were separate for fire purposes, but this is a giant lot and I didn't know what else to do, so the kitchen is separate. There is not a bathroom on this lot. I wasn't really thinking about it. I might go in and add one because I think that's important, but I was too focused on placing just basically tables. It is hard for me. I also don't know why I sometimes get this issue where it's like some things are pink flashy. I thought it was like the windows, but like some of those chairs are fine by the windows. So I don't know why it does this sometimes. I'm convinced it's spite, but, you know, I don't know. I realized I had to remove that table because there was no podium. I'm also able to place these finally because I removed all of my hiders in-game. Because I remember there was like a study going around on ping flashing and stuff and like getting your game to load faster, and hiders don't actually make your game run any faster. So I plan on looking for default replacements for anything that's a little bit too modern for me rather than hiding it. I might even learn to do it myself. I don't know. I have a lot of grand plans and ambitions that don't always follow through, like my carriage plans for that junk car, but I have ideas. I'm great at ideas. So we'll see. And really, the podium's not too bad. The only thing is really, like, the phone. But for a long time, I was allowing the forbidden phones. So, you know, it is what it is. It depends on what bugs you and what doesn't. I'm okay with a little bit of a phone there. Because it's not like I'm going to be taking pictures of the podium. I wanted to do hanging lights, and briefly I remembered the way that this building is set up doesn't make sense for hanging lights. And then I was like, you know what, I don't care. So I did do hanging lights, but I acknowledged that, like, with that second floor there, it probably doesn't make sense. But again, I don't care. I do what I want. You cannot stop me. I cannot be defeated. It feels so weird that it's almost 2025, by the way. I don't know if anybody else has just this, like, weird, not even existential dread, just like this, what do you mean it's the end of the year? I've never had this before. Like, it's never been this just, like, blink and it's gone. It's a little unnerving, but, like, here we are. I'm just like, wait a minute, what? What do you mean? What? I need more time to process. Because I feel like I just started this build thing and it's already almost over. I only have 2 more builds left to do, which I'm really excited about. I saved the one I was most excited for last as, like, a reward. But I've had fun. Excuse me. Oh my god, I just had the worst coughing fit. I've had fun with these, though. And again, I'm so happy now when I look at Edirann and I see everything all filled in, and I can't wait to actually get to play. Because I go through phases where I don't really want to play Edirann and I won't play it for months. And then I get back into it. And I think that's an important thing for simmers in general, to, like, give themselves some grace and have multiple options to play if you can. Because sometimes you just get sick of whatever you're doing. You're like, I don't want to play the Uberhood anymore, or I don't want to play this, and, like, you lose your excitement for the game. But then you don't give yourself that other option. And some people, I'm one of these, like to start new hoods constantly. I kind of limit myself, where I'm like, okay, you can only have this many medieval hoods, you can only have this many modern hoods. Although that said, I think we're gonna finish the Unlocking the Uberhood challenge in 2025, and I have ideas for what will replace that, but we'll see. I don't want to jinx it or get anybody excited, but, like, I have ideas. I have lots of ideas. Okay, I'm just throwing down some decorations. I wasn't really paying too much attention. I just wanted them to not complain and say it was ugly when they were in the lot, because Sims love to do that. They're like, it's ugly, I don't like it. Although I do wish the room score, in a way, from The Sims 1 kind of came back rather than environment. Like, I do want them to judge my taste. They do in The Sims 4, and I'm very offended when they don't like how I decorated rooms. But, like, it keeps things interesting. Sims 4 has finally reached the point where it's not boring to play. And it was boring for a long time. But it's getting better, and I am obsessed with all of the furniture from Life and Death to the point of recreating it in real life. It's a problem. It was made for me. Just like Horse Ranch was kind of made for me too, but it was so broken for a long time I waited. I still haven't bought For Rent because it's still broken. And I waited to buy Life and Death till the very last day of, like, the special whatever, where you get the extra items, because I wanted to make sure it wasn't broken or broken in a way that would hinder my enjoyment of it. I really didn't see too many issues. I mean, I saw people having general Sims 4 issues, but nothing pertaining to the pack. So I think it's fine. But yeah, like the 4 rent pack, I saw James Turner struggling and getting frustrated. I'm like, if he's frustrated, I'm gonna throw my entire computer out the window and then maybe buy a flamethrower, wait till it gets here, and then burn that computer with a flamethrower. Like, there's no way. There's no way. So I refuse to buy for rent because, like, I'm not about that. Nope. This is fun for me. I'm not gonna make it unfun. Anyways, I'm now placing hedges, but we're basically done. And I have to playtest it, but, like, I think it's fine. I realized this was a little awkward, so I had to fix it, but yeah, so now my Sims can go to restaurants and stop complaining, and it'll be great. I don't know if you guys have plain restaurant lots like this, but again, highly suggest it, very useful. So thank you so much for joining me. If you like this video, give it a like, it really does help, and I'll see you in the next one.